Communist Party leader Bamdev Gautham's aspiration of serving as a National Assembly member and being a part of the government was blown up yesterday, even as the party fielded him for a place at the upper house amid widespread criticism. The Supreme Court has barred the vanquished leader from becoming a minister through an interim order. The government's decision to take in Gautam had met with serious flack as it challenged the very norms of constitution. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the headlines of the hour. Supreme Court bars Vice Chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party Bamdev Gautam to become a minister as the government considers a cabinet reshuffle. Coronavirus crosses 67,800. Health Ministry suggests the government reimpose a strict lockdown for a month should active cases reach 25,000. US President Donald Trump refuses to commit to a peaceful transfer of power if he loses November's election. And defending champions Mumbai Indians register their first win in this season's Indian Premier League, defeating Kolkata Knight Riders by 49 runs. The Supreme Court has issued an interim order barring Vice Chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party Bamdev Gautam to serve as a lawmaker at the National Assembly. The Supreme Court will now carry out hearing at the Constitutional Bench regarding the legitimacy of the government's decision to nominate leader Gautam to the upper house. The interim order has barred leader Gautam to become minister for the moment. The Apex Court has summoned both the petitioners and the defendants on 30th of September for further discussion regarding the interim order. The court has also issued an order to refer the case to the Constitutional Bench, saying the case needs further explanation to settle the constitutional dispute. A single bench of Justice Anand Mohan Bhattarai has sought for clarification from the Council of Ministers, Office of the President, as well as from the Nepal Communist Party. A writ was filed by lawyers, including senior advocate Dinesh Tripathi, against the government's move to nominate leader Gautam to the upper house, demanding to scrap the unconstitutional decision. The petitioners have claimed that nominating a vanquished candidate who had suffered defeat in the House of Representatives elections to the National Assembly as a lawmaker undermines the public mandate and breaches the constitutional provisions. Leader Gautam faced defeat from Bardia Constituency 1 elections. As per the constitution, a defeated candidate cannot be appointed as a minister during the tenure of the lower house. Now, 1,172 new cases of COVID-19 were reported in the past 24 hours, taking the coronavirus tally in the country to 67,804. 7 individuals succumbed to the virus in the past 24 hours, taking the COVID-19 death tally to 436. Speaking at the daily press briefing yesterday, spokesperson for the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that a total of 9,449 swab samples were tested through the PCR method, taking the test tally in the country to over 944,000. 637 coronavirus cases were reported in the federal capital. 492 were reported in Kathmandu district alone, 95 in Kantipur and 50 in Lalitpur. Likewise, Rupandehi district confirmed 67 new cases, Surkhet 49, Morang 44, Sunsari 37 and Bake 30. 1,893 individuals were discharged in the past 24 hours, registering full recovery. With this, the number of individuals who have recovered fully has reached 49,954, taking the recovery rate of Nepal to 73.7%. The Health Ministry has recommended to reimpose a strict lockdown for a month if the number of active cases in the country reaches 25,000. Currently, there are over 17,000 active cases in the country. The government has clarified China has not encroached Nepalese territory in Limi of Humla. Speaking at the press brief held to announce the government's decision, government spokesperson Pradeep Gewali informed that there were no disputes in the Nepal-China border. There had been allegations that the Chinese side had built 11 buildings in Humla's Limi. Gewali clarified that the allegations were untrue and that same misinformation had made rounds some 4 years back. Minister Gyawali also informed that the buildings were 1 kilometer away from the Nepal-China border.
नेपाल-चीन बीचमा सीमा समस्याहरू छैनन्। कहीं कतै त्यस्ता देखा पर्यो भने पनि बसेर छलफल गर्ने एउटा सौहार्द सम्बन्ध हाम्रो छँदैछ। त्यसैले यस्ता विषयहरूमा कुनै पनि रिपोर्टिङ गर्नु पूर्व सम्बन्धित मन्त्रालयको सम्बन्धित विभागको आधिकारिक धारणा बुझेर सम्प्रेषण गर्नु राम्रो हुन्छ।
The Chief District Officer of Humla had visited the site with a special team for inspection. A report on the field visit is awaited. 2 people have been killed in a landslide caused by the incessant rainfall in Waling, Shangza. 7 others have gone missing. Elsewhere, 6 people have been reported missing in Belauja of Palpa's Ramba municipality after 3 houses were buried by landslide. The ward chairman of Ramba Rural Municipality, Ward number 2, Uman Singh Saru, has informed that the missing are 5 family members of Humbadur Gaha and another woman from Sarum Dada. The local administration has said the continuous rainfall and landslide has hindered in their search and rescue operation. Now, it is widely expected that appointments at the constitutional bodies are not influenced from the political shade, as they are unbiased units that assist the state legally and discourage illegal activities. The Constitutional Council thus is assigned to make a list of possible candidates to be appointed beforehand the posts get vacant. However, the Secretariat Committee meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party asked its chairman to prepare a list of possible candidates to be appointed in the vacant constitutional bodies, increasing the risk of political appointment in neutral constitutional units. This has also raised questions on the credibility and the role of the Constitutional Council. As per Article 4 of the Constitutional Council Act, the Council Secretariat should keep record of the potential candidates to be appointed at the constitutional bodies. However, the ruling party has handed over the task to the chairman duo to prepare the list of candidates breaching the constitutional provision and questioning the credibility of Constitutional Council. The government is preparing to appoint officials at various constitutional bodies, including the corruption watchdog CIAA, Election Commission, to name a few. The Constitutional Council is responsible for recommending the names of possible candidates at the constitutional bodies. However, the recent move from the ruling party and the main opposition, also waiting for its share in the appointment process, shows that constitutional bodies are likely to be political recruitment centers. The Prime Minister, the main opposition leader, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Chairman of the National Assembly and Chief Justice are members of the Constitutional Council representing executive, legislative and judiciary bodies of the country. However, there has been malpractice of recruiting individuals who show loyalty to the party and its leaders. The appointment of officials at the constitutional units based on political sharing has always been dragged into controversies. However, the ruling party preparing a name list for the appointment in the constitutional bodies is bound to weaken such neutral bodies. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the members of the Provincial Assembly in Province 5 what should be done to lift the country's economy that has been reeling under the coronavirus crisis. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
सबै तहर तबकासँग समन्वय गरेर यसको समस्या कसरी जानी त भनेर सबैले आफ्नो अपनत्व महसुस गराएर सरकार अगाडि बढ्नु पर्छ।
बोर्डरलाई अब सहज गराउँदै र विदेशी पर्यटकहरूलाई अब ल्याउने प्रयास सुरु गर्नुपर्छ हामीले।
आफ्नो रोजगार गुमाएर स्वदेशमा आउनु भएको छ उहाँहरूलाई प्रत्यक्ष उहाँहरूले लाभान्वित हुने र अर्थतन्त्रमा प्रत्यक्ष लाभान्वित हुने कार्यक्रमहरू सञ्चालन गराउने, स्वास्थ्य, शिक्षा, रोजगारीका कुराहरू सिर्जना गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
यो सरकारको भूमिकाले अहिलेको जुन नीति कार्यक्रमले ल्यायो देखाउनलाई एकतिर काम व्यवहारिकतामा एकतिर यसबाट कुनै हालतमा सरकारको अर्थतन्त्र माथि जादैन।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what should be done to laboratories that charge more than the amount set by the government for coronavirus tests? Your options are halt tests, B, reimburse charged amount, and C, file fraud case. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.